always get this question. They're like, oh, what were you studying when you went abroad? I went to Valladolid, Spain, and I'm doing primate research, and everyone's like, are there monkeys in Spain? And I'm like, well, not a lot of live ones. Not really glamorous as it sounds, because it sounds really glamorous, like you got to go to Spain to do research on primates, but not really something you want to tell people either, like go play with dead monkeys all day. Hi, I'm Heidi. I am a business management and pre-vet major here at UK, and I'm from Green Bay, Wisconsin. So I have a lot of varied interests that don't necessarily mesh together at all. I've always been interested in the Spanish language, and then I was a business major, but I also really love animals and want to work with animals and then do undergraduate research here. All of the research that I've done with my professor, Dr. Mechlinsky in the Department of Anatomy, she mainly does primate research, so it's always been the relationship between brain size and muscle mass. Interestingly enough, my education abroad kind of brought all these things together. I was awarded the Undergraduate Research Abroad Scholarship, a really, really great opportunity to go to Spain and help her with research. So we dissected, I think it was 22 individuals from 16 different species. I guess going into it, I knew that I would learn a lot about collecting data, more like scientific knowledge I thought that I would get for it, but also I learned a lot culturally, looking at the differences, the way the Spanish lab functioned as our lab at home, and just the different people within the lab. I worked with my research mentor from UK, 2 professors from the United States, 1 other student from the United States, and then a professor from Italy in one room, and they're just talking about all this crazy anatomy stuff of primates that I've never heard about, and it was such a good learning experience just to see their different styles of how they work. As far as getting into vet school, it's very, very competitive, so something like this really, I think, will set me apart, not only on paper, on an application that I did a research abroad experience, but also in an interview setting. If I can learn how to communicate properly the things that I took away from that experience, such as time management, working on my own hours, stuff like that, I think it'll really help because a lot of vets end up owning their own businesses. One of the biggest things that I took away from my experience in Spain, not necessarily from my research abroad experience, is the fact that sometimes when someone comes up to you on the street or mostly around campus with a question, they can't find a building or something, and maybe you can tell that they have a foreign accent. If you take the time, stop and be like, oh, well, this and this and this, and speak slowly and ask them if they have any other questions, it could really make the difference in how they think of their experience here, that everyone was friendly to them and it was such a good place. Everyone always was wanting to help them, and they were never really that scared because really you're never going to fully understand until you're on the other side and you're that person who has no idea where you are, no idea how to communicate what you need and that. So I think that's one of my biggest takeaways.